شو بيعلموكوا عن حق العودة بالمدارس؟
ما احنا مشروع شهادة كلنا، واحنا لازم ندافع عن وطننا كتير، راح ناخد حقنا والله ينتقم منهم ان شاء الله يموتوا كلهم. القدس عاصمة فلسطين وراح تضلها لنا ومش راح تتغير، راح تضلها لنا. المستوطنين اللي فيها كلهم راح ينتخوا.
Trudeau gave $32 million to UNRWA in 2021, the UN agency linked to Palestinian radicalization. Funding to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees in the Near East, or UNRWA, was terminated by the Harper government way back in 2010, after the Conservatives called the organization an unchecked avenue for terror indoctrination. Now, UNRWA's main focus is 700 plus schools that serve Palestinians both in Gaza, the West Bank, and abroad. For context, UNRWA has 30,000 employees, 60% more than the total number of UN employees for all other refugee crises combined. And the vast majority of these 30,000 employees work in education. However, those schools frequently teach curricula which praises suicide bombers and martyrs who kill Jews.
شو بيعلموكوا عن حق العودة بالمدارس؟
ما احنا مشروع شهادة كلنا، واحنا لازم ندافع عن وطننا كتير، راح ناخد حقنا والله ينتقم منهم ان شاء الله يموتوا كلهم. القدس عاصمة فلسطين وراح تضلها لنا ومش راح تتغير، راح تضلها لنا. المستوطنين اللي فيها كلهم راح ينتخوا.
This is from a Newsweek article titled, "Your Tax Dollars Are Being Used to Teach Hate." Among UNRWA teachers, we can find Riyad Naimer in Lebanon liking a post praising a gruesome mass murder in a synagogue, and another math teacher at a West Bank UNRWA school praising a teenager who, with his brother, went on a stabbing rampage in Jerusalem. Another West Bank UNRWA teacher shares a complex anti-Semitic conspiracy theory about wealthy Jews controlling the United Arab Emirates. An UNRWA employee in Syria calls on Hitler to wake up because there are still some people you need to burn. Though UNRWA angrily dismissed the latest report as an attempt to sensationalize and overstate the problem, the organization did suspend Naimer, only to then quickly reinstate him after news of the suspension led to a teacher walkout in its Lebanese facilities. There were no confirmed reports of any other actions against any other teachers mentioned in the report. Another teacher deleted pictures of Hitler from her Facebook profile, and one other teacher adjusted his privacy settings to hide his inflammatory posts. Now, all these teachers were uncovered in a joint report conducted in part by UN Watch. That report identifies 133 UNRWA educators and staff who were found to promote hate and violence on social media, and another 82 UNRWA teachers and other staff affiliated with over 30 UNRWA schools involved in drafting, supervising, approving, printing, and distributing hateful content to students. The hatred is systemic at UNRWA, and its internal self-auditing mechanisms are not fit for purpose, alleges the report. And that's not all. Hamas terrorist weapons caches are often located under or inside UNRWA schools. And then when it's discovered that these weapons caches are underneath UNRWA schools, UNRWA, the organization teeming with genocidal anti-Semites, as the report I read you just shows, well, they feign ignorance and innocence, of course. Now, when Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper yanked UNRWA funding, it sat at $25 million annually. In 2016, the funding was reinstated, of course it was, by Liberal Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Now, new data obtained via an inquiry of ministry by Conservative MP Shuvaloy Majumdar indicates the Trudeau Liberals have steadily increased UNRWA funding to $32 million annually. Your tax dollars in Justin Trudeau's hands are funding hate and extremism and radicalization, creating the very next generation of October 7th terror attackers. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. If you think there is no place in Canada for foreign supporters of radical terrorism, please sign our petition at deporthamas.com.